Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Tuesday 10, which is an open collaboration with Cindy at Studio Lou, where we take 10 items that are sort of floating around. Somebody had a new word for it. What did you call it? Crumbs. And that was Possum Patty. And I'm also going to do a show and tell where we are going to do Inktober update for the week, and we are also going to do a bit of sampling from Sasibo, S-A-A-C-I-B-O, and her name is Dragana. She's from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and she has an episode that is Get rid of the white backs of 12 by 12, which is a chronic problem of mine. So I tried some of her recommendations and I think they turned out pretty good. So let's do Inktober first. So here's, yeah, I know we're getting a little messy. That is par for the course. Okay, so not one of these, but this is, so this could be a grungy. This is the dried paper towel from the Boiled Books, and this was the paper towel that held the buckthorn, which is kind of like a tissue paper. I might as well just do that now. But yummo. So like that. So first one is guidebook. Here is a guidebook. And what I have for inspiration here is, you know, like the fedoras here, all the little tiny micro pictures of all the places that you would see in a picked country, in a picked high-end city, you know, like, I don't know, Morocco, Tokyo, those kind of places. And so this is, and so I use the colors because usually they're using bright primary colors and they're using little bits and pieces. So that's that one. Next one is grungy. And here's my grungy. It's got specifically, I think it's gold, or like a brassy gold. And what I was trying to do here was color blocking. I think I mentioned before that there was somebody doing some watercoloring, and they were doing sort of some paper making, sort of putting color on blank paper to be able to use it. And they were using specifically random color blocking. So that's what I was doing here. And then I added a little blue just to give it some pop. Next one is journal. And so this is some asemic writing. And I was using a Kokomori pen, ink pen. And I also left some spots. So this would be the pages, it turns out, like that. And that might be just, you know, a fun, just I can put a thing, an image in there and then not have to worry about pockets or anything else. So anyways, there's that. Oh, yes. No, that doesn't come from there. It comes from later on. Next one is drive. And so this is a brassy background. And this is another, remember I showed you the placemat that had all of the different, why don't I go get the bit? Why don't I do that? Well, I can't find that bit exactly. It comes from here, and essentially what I am doing is I am cutting out a sort of a decorative piece and not using the whole mat, and then using this to print. And so there was this little strip that I thought was very much like tracks, and tracks being drive. And so that's what resulted there. So that's what the page would look like. I kept getting this sort of interesting shape, which would be very, very much like this shape, which is one of my favorite shapes, favorite things of Medieval Mirage. She creates really interesting shapes. Okay, so that's Drive. Also on Drive, had a lot of wipe off. So this is the wipe off there and wipe off there. So we know the use of a coffee filter. Create it there. And so we've got some matching colorway. And we've got this. So I have a sponge that's about this size where I put down all my paints and watercolors and so forth. And I was using that sponge to ink up this little piece of plastic that I use for the printing. And then this was me just sort of creating a checkerboard effect. You can kind of see. It would be fun maybe to highlight them if I choose to use this paper. And then this one, I super like. And so we're back using the paper towel, and I'm stroking it this way on that side, and then making sure that I overlap, and then doing it this way. So the edges are light, and then the center is kind of dark. So this is a complex piece of paper. Oh no, nope. This comes this way. So I had a little bit of extra blob off there. Next one is Ridge. And so these are trying to be gray cliffs, a ridge of land, and then trees. And I put way too much ink on this. And so I took a whole other piece of paper, which is still in the accumulating ink stage, placed it down like this. And there was, you know how sometimes when you get two surfaces and you have sort of liquid between it, there is a certain amount of tension. So I used that tension and just dragged. This now was soaking wet, did the same thing over there, and that's the way I spread the paint. So almost no effort whatsoever. And so that's what that would look like. The page. And then this was a lot of the brown. So brown was one of the colors of inks that I got at the art store. Because I don't, so what is it? Raw umber? I think it's raw umber as a color is very, very close to coffee. So if you don't want coffee, you want some other medium that is very close to that color. I think that's the color. And that's why I like it. I use it a lot in watercolor as well. So Drive, Ridge, Uncharted. Okay, so I'm going to show you the actual result first. We had a lot of blue, and so that's the paper towel going back and forth. So we've got a nice blue page. I actually ran out of paper towel, so I used this page and crumpled it up to mop up some of the ink, and it created some interesting patterns. And my favorite of this set is that. Oh, so my acrylic inks come with an eyedropper, and I often use the eyedropper to paint. So I used black. This is I think it's Prussian blue, one of my favorites, and then sort of a turquoisey blue. And I was basically just creating sort of whorls, concentric circles that were water to me, maybe like a topography on a map. And then I hit it with water and just let everything run. And so I love what happened here with the black. I can't explain what that is, but it might be just the mist of the water reacting just the right way. And we also have here, again, the dictionary pages doing something. Those are little air bubbles that are caught between the raised ink of some of the letters. So this is my Yummo prize. And so we'll put all of, I feel like I should, just a second round for you to have a look at. And as I have said previously, it is not to be literally representing the prompts. And once you get something down on paper, what the prompt is no longer matters. So keep that in mind. Like once I start using this, nobody is going to care that I created this using the prompt of guidebook, because I might be using it in a Christmas book. You don't know what colors are gonna work and how. So strongly encourage, be flexible with your prompt lists in your interpretation of them. So next ones, we have rhinoceros, camp, rust, expedition, scarecrow, camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's probably that. Okay, so there's that. Oh, that was 12 minutes. Good grief. We're not going to have any time at all. This might just be a show and tell. And so the next one, this is at S3e296. I think of the French Sasibo, which is, it's that pretty. And her name is Dragana. And so I have 3. These are the papers that I have. So I had 2 of those. So this, you know, when somebody says something to you that's completely obvious and you go, oh, I have no excuse for why I haven't tried that. One of her suggestions is cut it down to 8.5 by 11 and run it through your printer. So I now have, this is from the Junk Journal Studio, page 30, Winter Collage and Cluster Mega Pack. And I now have that on one side and this on the other. So I never would have used this paper otherwise. So this might be something that goes into my December daily. And this is, it's for me, perfect. Next one is take one of the sheets, and this is a squirt bottle with some watercolor in it, and basically change it. And you can see that there's modeling, and that's okay. And I used not wrong, but a different color. I was trying to figure out how to do it, and so I had 2 colors of greens going. So that's another reason why there's some modeling. And so now I have that as the back. Also cool. And then another one of my dollar store purchases was I got a couple of these, which I've never had before. And she used this to do some, what I would call bubble pouncing. And so this is oxide, Tim Holtz oxide, and basically tap tap, da 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 da. If you had a lighter taupe, or like they have champagne, he has champagne, or like those, or gray, it would be a little bit less obvious that you have these globs in it. It looks like a mistake at this size, but once you cut it down, because these are all tags, once you cut it down, this might just fall away. These are a couple of dark ones just to create some interest. But this is, again, just to cover so that you don't have that stark white. So I think this is now a new good practice for me, because it's a huge problem for me. I don't like a lot of the 12 by 12 paper I have, because it's like, oh, I'm going to put that in a journal, and then I'm not going to have that as a page. Like, even bringing this back again, let's say this was, there's no reason to say that you can't. Where would I do it? Probably do these four. So if you cut that down, you would basically have a page that would have 4 journaling spots, maybe some fun either side, and then the inside of the page would look like that. Again, more opportunity for you to put color down. Anyways, we are 15 minutes in. Quick, before we get too far along, let's do our Tuesday 10. Which might end up being our Tuesday 5. So we've got this, which is a washi tape background. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's start with cutting this down to some journal card sizes. I drink a lot of tea, and so I have a lot of tea boxes, and I eat a lot of cereal, and I get a lot of cereal boxes. And I have let's call it a reliable supply. Okay, so let's cut this one down. So it is unseasonably warm out. Like, it hit like 20 degrees. It should not be hitting 20 degrees at this time of year. The leaves are turning though, so that's exciting. So that's going to be a card. I'll cut this out. This could be a tall card. And I might need to cut this in 2. There's 1. Oops, come back. Okay. I love the graphics of this. So I went out, a friend came over, and we went for a fabulous walk and also a fabulous lunch. So 2 and 3/4. 2 3/4. Let's sort of get that. There. Okay. So those are the journaling backs. These are the fronts. I'm not opposed to that as even just a background. So we have some stamps. We have some larger stamps, larger bits. We have these buddies. These scream Google eyes. Let's commit to doing. Oh. Can make a pocket. got this. So we're going to drip on that dot. And I'm almost certain that's how I did it the last time. Nope, got it this way. Too much. Too much. Here we are. Black as an underpinning. How about that? One of the things that makes me bananas, so I need to keep this resealed because there would be eyes everywhere. The reopening of this every single time, harder than it looks. Oh, I need 4 eyes too. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. And the blue works because blue and orange are contrasting colors. And that information was brought to you so I could learn the lesson for the 8 billionth time. Come on, you can do it. I like this. Okay. Get this out of the way. You can see my testing has been happening. Wonder if I did that. No, we're gonna have to cut it anyways. There. I'm just gonna fold that over for edge work. Make it a little bit taller. There. That's 4 inches. Yeah, that'll work. Where's this? No idea if this is going to help or hinder. Okay. Oh yeah, that totally mushed. That's okay. It'll be fine. There. And then we need our high test out. Let that glue run for a bit. I feel the absolute unreasonable need to go to Michael's today. That's what happens at the holiday season. That's how I accumulate so much Christmas stuff, specifically, because Christmas is just a bonanza of the things that I like most, mostly bold colors and sparkle. There's 1. There's 2. Oops. There's one. Two. I need two more. Oh, they look so good. Why is that one weird? Come on, you can do it. Okay, I need one more eye now. I think that was a faulty eye. There we go, that one's better. Okay. Just put it away. Nope, where is it? Where? Oh dear. Well, the my little spongy thing fell to the floor, and guess who's considered this new thing that has happened to her environment? Because she does own the floor. At least I feel like she does. Feel like she thinks she does. There. Boop. Yes. That looks so fun. Does any of these work? I don't think so. I think that's going to be good enough as a card on its own, or a pocket. It'll be a card or a pocket. So put that aside. Yay! What's next? So this is paper. So is anybody big enough for that? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay, let's do that. It's sort of another pocket thing. How long are you? You're 5 inches, that's a little bit, so this, you really do need to be a tag. Well, here's what we can do. We're going to do 2. Step 1, we're going to put that green on it. I think that's the up and downy. There we are. And that is a little bit yellower, and that's a little bit darker. So if I do that, that's going to be good. Okay. We're gluing that side. One, and it's getting gluey. The bottom of that, here we are. It's just gonna be easier if I use a ruler. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oops. And just fold that over just a little bit, just over the edge. There we are, there's one. Which was the bottom, but oh well, that's the top. Is that the top? It's the top. I couldn't have done anything differently, I don't think. There. Okay, so we've got two cards. Two cards. Back, in there. Okay, where's the fleur? Here's the fleur. So, do one of two things. Let us see. So I need to get rid of the base line. Oh, Medieval Mirage has a new kit out, and it is a corker. It is basically botanical, botanist, and it's really, really pretty. There, now then, how do I, well, let's start down this way. So this is for sure, goes there. Yeah, and this needs something darker. I just want the one. We're good. That's the way the flower goes. It's weird. Okay, that's the way that one goes. I like this one. I can't tell that that's a proper flower, so I'm going to throw it out. I do not like this one. Goes this way, and it's vague nothing. And while we are stalling for inspiration, we might as well cut this one out. Still don't like that one. Okay, and there we are. Got rid of those. Getting a little closer. Oops, wee. I think if it touches, that's a little better. That goes there. So I think what's happened is I've run out of focal points. this say? I'm not lost, I'm exploring. So let's just do that with this one. Maybe a little bit of inking. I'll go like that, okay. I think Tuesday 10 works for me as well because I'm not overwhelmed by all of the things. I have, here's 10 things, go make it work. No pressure. There. Now then, the 100 ways of being able to put this. Like that. I'm going to commit to doing that. I'm exploring. Yep, there we are. Oops. Okay, there we are. Here's a card. It's 2. We're back to the issue of this goes this way. So we need a little bit of a backing on this. You could write on that. Or not. I'm just going to use this as backing because I can. No one says I can't. There. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Never mind. Well, we'll fix it in post. There we are. Let that bake a bit. Okay, and then I want that. All I need is for that rim to be visible. Oh. Something like that. Yep. And then I want this to be able to be a card that goes in there as a pocket, that goes in there. have that as a stamp. Tuesday 10 also ensures that kits are bashed. And by that I mean, I could do a wrap around there and just do the bottom and then give me more space. Helicopter outside. Don't know if you can hear that. Well, it's making my chandelier rattle. That's fun. So it's going to go like that. This needs bottom. There. And so we are going to just do an edge that's maybe, I don't know, 1/2 inch? Sure. I could have used that as sort of a fun little underling. I wonder, can I peel it? Nope. We cannot. So that's going to go in there, and that's going to go like that. To the extent possible. Do it a little higher? Sure. So all I'm going to do is the bottom glue first. Here. Oops, I'm going to get it centered, sort of. There, okay, we'll let you dry. Do your thing. Now we've got to trim you up a bit. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. There. Start that. I think that's going to fit really nicely. There. And there. Okay. Okay. So we need to do some finishing touches on the little guys. Guys and gals. Yep. And I am compelled to give them highlights. So, yep. Where was... Is it too involved? The answer to that is yes. We don't even need to know what I'm thinking about. The answer is yes. However, oh, no, never mind. Focus. So remember this. that I got at Globland. And one of the things that I made a particular point about was the Joker hat. I know. And if any of you just said you're not, oh yes I am. I need a little brick. I could probably stamp it straight on. Okay. Or no. So I'm putting it in that way. This one is probably the better one because it's hidden. And then you get a little surprise when it pops out. Red Joker hat? Sure. Okay, that's enough ink. Okay, don't like this, it's sort of peeling up, but well, we'll deal. We'll deal. I think that moved a bit, but that's okay. It kind of looks like, yeah. So what I think I need to do is try this. So it works, but it also doesn't. Pick a spot. You can do it. There we are. There's one. Oops. There's two. Okay. Okay. Float that lightly over this. We've done two things so far. However, I didn't have those two things. Is this? No, it's not. Red is such a persistent color. It's a little better. Okay, now I want to... Okay, so I'm going to do the good one. Yeah, we're going to have to be done here, I think. Oh, this is a teeny tiny thing. The lengths that I go to be funny, well, it may not be funny to you, but it amuses the grins off of me. There. It's gonna happen. I might have to color in the hat. Okay, I need to get this up really close to my face to make sure that the hat aligns to the skull edges. Because heaven forbid it should not look realistic. There's one. Then Second, first, same as, I love these little things. These are great. The hat should be purple, orange, and green too, colored in that sort of colorway. There, okay. And I'm gonna do the same thing again on this side. There. Oh, that looks, isn't there like those little, maybe the meerkats in some kind of animation? Can I not tell a story? I can tell a story. What on earth are you talking about? I think it's either Pixar or Disney, and it's about being in the jungle, and I think there are meerkats, and there is a head meerkat that has a very elaborate headpiece, and he's really funny. So that would go in like that and come out like that. Okay, and now all we're gonna do is fold this over. Like that. And like that, and we're gonna gluey glue. And I might need to back this, I'm not sure. There. There. Okay, and then that's going to go in like that. And it will fit because it's got all that edges, and we've just sort of clipped that a little bit too hard. So I'm going to stop there, and I am going to say that this is successful. I have 3 cards that I didn't have before. They are ridiculously amusing to me, or at least 2 of them are. So we've got the pumpkins, love. We've got this one. This is I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring. Very gentle and very at odds with this. Absolutely a favorite. And then this one, which is, I think I'm going to call it sort of a gothic card because of the sort of that. I really like that black line, and I love the hats, and we need to color those, I think, just so that you could see them a bit more prominently. Anyways, that is all for now. Hope you enjoyed the show and tell as well. Give S3e296 a follow or a look to see for more inspiration on the how to get rid of the stark white backs of 12 by 12s, and we will, I think, see you soon. That's what I'm planning. Anyways, please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.